start in just a little bit. It's pretty nice. We're okay. Well, we can get started now. Good morning, guys. Last day today for the week and for the year, actually. Just realized that it's the last day of 2020. We made it. Anyway, momentum's finally back, so that's really nice. The gap scan looks normal. You know, we're starting to get gappers that are not just dumping right out of the open, not just like going all the way down, which, I mean, it seems good for shorting, right? But, you know, if everything dumps at the open, there's really no place for you to enter or get a good risk to reward entry. So yeah, everything was dead basically all month, but you know, if you can't get an entry, then what's the point? So, but you know, so now we're starting to get things run again, so that's nice. I didn't get to go through all the list yet today, so we're gonna kind of go through things together. So I'm just looking for things that meet my criteria to see if I can potentially trade anything. Literally just going down the list. BNGO I'll talk about in just a second. Nope. Can. Let's see how much it gapped up. 624 minus the close of 438. 624, 438 divided by 438. So we only gapped up 42%. So, and I think the float is way too big. Let me check. Can. So it's 131 mil float, but there's 7.5% institutionally owned, so that makes it 0.9 times 92%. Okay, so it's still 120 million float, up only 42%. Not interested. And the last one, oh, two more. Wrong one. So Houston, and then we'll check EBON. This one looks interesting. How much did this one gap? 5.2 minus 372 divided by 372. Okay, gapped up only 40%. Not too interested. Not enough range. If the market ever gets to a point where, you know, we're not really getting very big gappers, then, you know, I'll lower my criteria of, you know, not requiring 50% gap. But right now, you know, I'd like to stick to a 50% pre-market gap. Okay, how much did this one gap? Divided by 492. Okay, this one also only gapped 40%, so don't care. Okay, so we're left with PED, HOTH, and Bingo. Now, so Bingo actually, I entered already pre-market before the live stream into this push here in the 270s was my entry. Now, the reason is, if we look at the daily, you know, it's a nice multi-day runner. We had, you know, 3 green days in a row, you know, and yesterday's, you know, it had the blow off volume and blow off like spike. Hey, what's up, Bruno? Good morning. That, you know, so the daily looks nice, and then So and then it, you know, spiked to 297 and then came all the way down to $2. So it gave back, you know, most of its spike. And so our key levels are, you know, the high of 297 and really anything between 250s and $3. And you know, those are the kind of levels I wanted it to gap up into on my watch list from my room. I think I said I wanted a gap up in the morning into the key levels, and which is what we're getting. The only thing is like this is a pretty strong gap up, so yes, I am a little worried about potential breakout again and it to keep going. So there's obviously that, and it's, you know, it's pretty strong so far. You know, quite a bit of volume as well. But you know, I'm risking this high, and then you know, I'm just gonna let it work, and hopefully it does. You know, in hindsight, I probably should have waited till the open to see what it does. I think I just got a little too excited, maybe. But you know, if this turns out to be a good entry, then I won't regret it. But definitely a little bit nervous for now. Plus, it's a pretty strong bounce now off of this pullback to like the 250 area. So hopefully, I really hope it doesn't continue going. But that's the game plan on BNGO. Off the gap scan, I'm interested in HOTH, HOTH, and PED. So HOTH is, you know, we have a lot of volume right now, 25 million. The float is about 10 million or so, and we're up 80%. So you know, a really nice gapper, and it's holding its highs. So what I'm going to be looking for is a 10:30, 11 a.m. plus trade. You know, it's holding its highs with a lot of volume, so I don't want to step in front. I don't want to be here pre-market or at the open. So this one is going to be a trade for later. So that's the plan on HOTH. The daily, obviously, every day it gaps up, it fails, but you know, all this volume is very minimal. So you know, it's been doing that on almost no volume. So it can run. It might not. I don't know. So that's why I'm going to be trading this only later into the morning. Hey, what's up, B Jones? Good morning. But I mean, I would like, you know, the higher the better. You know, if this can squeeze to $4 or $5 and out of the open, that'd be sweet. You know, we get more range to play with, so can't complain about that. If it, you know, if it can only retest pre-market highs, then that's fine too. You know, it's still up quite a bit, so the range is still there to trade it. And then the last one is oops. And the last one is going to be PED, and this is a gap and crap pattern for me. You know, float is good. The pre-market gap is good. I forget what it was at 270. I forget the exact, but I think it was up like 70% maybe, or maybe more. I don't remember. But basically, it's given back more than, you know, half of its entire pre-market range. And so now I'm going to be looking for a morning spike out of the open, and I would like to see at least 2.2. So I'm going to need at least 2.2 for at least a 101 risk to reward entry, risking pre-market highs with the goal of taking it down to the 160s, which is the pre-market lows as well. Which if we get morning spike, this is probably the area that it's going to hold and retest later. Stock, thanks for these streams. Excited to see you level up even more and kill it in 2021. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. I really hope so. I'm excited for this next year. My strategy is more or less, changed it quite a bit, but I'm still shorting, still doing the same stuff, overextension and things like that. But now I'm focusing a lot on risk, making sure that I'm aware, and I'm aware how much I'm going to lose on each trade, and because and focus really on the risk. This year when I traded, I would focus on like the money and how much I can make on the profit, instead of like taking like the amount of shares equivalent to how much risk I'm willing to accept. I just went like, I want to make 10-20 grand today, so I need to take 50,000 shares or something like that. So and then my risk would have, terrible risk reward skewed, and I had no idea how much I would have lost, and I wasn't willing to accept that loss anyway. So just really, really poor trading this year, but I'm changing all of that, hopefully, and hopefully this year will be good. Quit routine, living our dream. Hey, how's it going? Elliot, hey, what's up, man? I recognize you, and I recognize you from Steven's streams as well. I lost a lot being too early on gap and craps. My executions are crap. I'm going to join the room. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. It's a small room. We don't have a bunch of people, but we do our best, and I do my best, and so feel free. Be cool to see you in there. But yeah, I lost a lot being too early as well. So that's why now, for the most part, I avoid pre-market trading. But anyway, I think that's it for today. Hope you guys trade well. I'll see you guys next year on Monday. All right, later.